Why does Shinchan's previous house look like this, and your latest one looks like this? Why is the first season of Doraemon often called the worst? What happened in the first season of Oggy and the Cockroaches that everyone was praising it so much? But wait, the worst part is yet to come. The very first season of Oggy and the Cockroaches was such a hit that people still can't stop praising it. What was so special about that season? Were the cockroaches fast? Was Oggy fat? Or was the animation so good that viewers would say, man, this isn't a cartoon, it's art. Art. So friends, in today's video, we're going to reveal the true story of the evolution of legends, with facts that will make you exclaim, man, even my childhood is getting a patch update. Let's get started. And yes, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because man, building Shinchan's new house cost a fortune. Coming in at number 5 is Shinchan. Did you know Shinchan first appeared on TV when the Harshad Mehta scam was making headlines in India? And interestingly enough, Shinchan's first appearance was exactly 10 days after that scam. On April 13th, 1992, the world first saw this little Sigma-level prankster, and the Shinchan of that time looked so different from the Shinchan of today that one wonders, is this the same kid or a beta version? Baby Shinchan of 1992. Cute but dangerous. In season 1, Shinchan looked smaller, rounder, and cuter, but his actions? Brother, his actions were at peak level. That means Shinchan was 5 years old, but the confidence of a 25-year-old. The animation was hand-drawn at that time, so the expressions were extremely exaggerated, and that's why the early episodes are still considered unmatchable comedy. Years 1992 to 1998, same style, but chaos unlimited. Shinchan's animation remained almost the same for 6 consecutive years. The story was simple, but the humor was on fire. It was during this time that iconic characters were created: Misai, Hiroshi, Himawari, and Wild Tiger. Shinchan's voice in Japan was originally provided by adult female voice actors, not children, to make his voice sound both cute and mischievous. Around 2000, the animation team changed, and Shinchan's look became what it looks like today. A little sharper, a little cleaner, a little more of a modern troublemaker. By 2005, Shinchan officially became the man all of India recognizes today. Why did Shinchan's house change? Not many people know this. In early episodes, Shinchan's house looked like a flat, but after 2000, suddenly, there was an upgrade. The new house became a typical Japanese house. Sliding doors, wooden floors, tatami rooms, because the creators wanted the show to represent a more Japanese lifestyle. Plus, the new animation style didn't match the old background, so the house was also changed. There have been over 30 movies so far, and with each movie, the animation has been upgraded slightly, especially in the action scenes, which make you think sometimes the staff becomes ninja. Released in Japan on August 2nd, 2023, Shinchan's first ever 3D movie, Shinchan, the super-powered 3D shock. Later in India, its animation literally made fans exclaim, Shinchan so smooth, is this allowed? This 3D movie was created by Gummy Inc., the same studio that also made the Doraemon 3D movies. Ninja Hattori comes in at number 4. Did you know Ninja Hattori is one of those rare cartoons whose first version wasn't an anime, but a TV drama? Yes, you heard that right. Your favorite ninja first appeared in grandpa-level live action, not anime. And honestly, it was so scary that if a kid saw it today, they'd pee right away. Year 1966, Japan. Live-action adaptations of manga were all the rage back then, so the makers thought, let's make a ninja too. But brother, what was made looked less like a ninja and more like a horror movie. The mask looked like it was ordered from the dark web. The expressions were so creepy that one couldn't sleep at night, and the action scenes were like someone blowing through a table fan. It ran for 2 seasons, with 26 episodes per season. Fans still say, only brave people can see Grandpa's hammer. After the live-action experiment flopped, a real-life anime version of the Ninja Hammer was made in 1981. And that's it. That's where our childhood began. The animation was quite decent for that time. As soon as the opening song plays, nostalgia comes rushing in. Ninja Hammer, Ninja Hammer, Da-Dan, Da-Dan. This original anime was produced 5 seasons, approximately 700 episodes. Runtime, 1981 to 1987. The animation continued to undergo upgrades over time. The coloring improved. The action became cleaner. And Shishimaru's cuteness peaked. This show was a huge hit in Japan at the time, but after the 80s, its popularity gradually declined, and the producers stopped production. Ninja Fever started in India in 2007. Around 2007 and 2008, Doraemon and Shinchan were all the rage in India, and then Ninja Hattori also launched in India. Friend, what popularity! 700 old episodes of Indian audiences literally started watching on repeat. Everyone found Kenichi relatable, Amara annoying but funny, and Hammer the perfect Indian childhood superhero. Seeing Gaining such popularity, in 2013, Reliance Animation and Shin-Ai Animation collaborated to create new seasons of Ninja Hammer. 3 major changes were made. Top-notch animation quality. The new Hammer has a very clean, smooth, and modern look. Indian elements added. Since the show was being produced in India, many Indian references were added. The iconic scene with the Taj Mahal Holi episodes, Indian-style festivals, and Desi background jokes. New generation nostalgia. Now everyone, from children to adults, enjoyed it. Nostalgia for old fans. Fresh animation for new fans. A perfect mix of both. Number 3 comes in Oggy and the Cockroaches. Oggy and the Cockroaches is one of those rare cartoons in the world that has changed its animation 8 times in 24 years. And the funniest thing, these cockroaches never gave Oggy any peace, but Oggy's animation definitely kept changing. Today we'll see where did our pugnacious cat Oggy come from, and how it became one of the world's most iconic silent comedy shows. Oggy first appeared on TV in 1998. The animation used was very smooth, colorful, and expressive for the time. And this is the same Oggy whose episodes we watched the most. Oggy's House, Jack's Attitude, Joey, Dee Dee, and Marky's Antics. Everything was absolute chaos. In 2000, the makers didn't touch the animation, but they did upgrade the picture quality. Colors became a little clearer, frames smoother, and background detailing increased. Oggy was the same, but a little more HD Oggy. By 2008, Oggy had become a global hit, and then came the big change. Smoother movements, better shading, upgraded expressions, brighter colors. Oggy now felt more alive than before. Fans said, "This Oggy is crazy, boss." This was the time when Oggy's animation was at its peak popularity. The animation was so perfect that even today, fans consider it the best version. Colors deep, motion, fast humor, tight visuals, super crisp. This is the same Oggy that, even if you watch the same episode 10 times on repeat, it's still fun. In 2016, the animators used new digital technology. To be honest, the makers thought it would look modern and stylish, but the audience said, "Man, which Oggy is this?" The characters began to look a little flat. Expressions weren't as expressive as before, and the chaotic energy had diminished. The 2017 version was clearly labeled a failure because animation, plain colors, dull scenes, less energetic. This wasn't the Oogie fans knew. Then, in 2018, the makers simply said, "Let's listen to the fans," and brought back the fast-paced, funny, chaotic Oogie animation. Audiences loved this version because Oogie was expressive cockroaches more crazy, colors, vibrant scenes, super funny. Fans literally said, "Yes, our Oogie is back." Oggy's 3D movie came out in 2022. The animation quality was top class. Lighting, textures, shadows, everything was amazing. Coming in at number 2 is Doraemon. Did you know the very first version of Doraemon was so different that today's fans would say, "Who is this? Where is my Doraemon?" And the funny thing is, that series flopped so badly that even Japan said, "Dude, don't bring it back." But what happened next that made it the world's most popular cartoon? This is its entire crazy evolution story. In 1973, the first ever episode of Doraemon came out. Indians never saw it because it was never officially released in India. And perhaps rightly so, because the animation was very old. The characters were hard to recognize. Some episodes were weirdly creepy, and Doraemon looked quite off-model. Fans still call it Doraemon's worst series. It performed so poorly that the series had to be discontinued soon. After a 6-year gap, Doraemon was rebooted in 1979. The animation was cleaner, the characters recognizable, and the storyline was smoother. This is the same Doraemon whose episodes you might have seen in India too. Slightly faded colors, a bit vintage style, but nostalgia 100%. Doraemon's first theatrical movie was made in 1984, which unfortunately wasn't released in India. But later, when a remake version of the same movie came out, it reached India, and fans were literally overjoyed. By the 90s, Doraemon had become so popular that the makers made the animation super clean. The characters were rounder, the motion was smoother, the gadgets were more colorful, Nobita's crying and wailing were even funnier. And it was during this period that a flood of movies began. A new Doraemon movie every year. Japanese kids went absolutely crazy. Doramo from 2005 to 7. This is literally the best era of evolution. Characters were given a glow. Everyone has a slightly buffy, soft, cute look. Eyes and expressions are super adorable. Colors are vibrant. Emotions are deeper. Today's Doraemon look is inspired by this era, which automatically makes the heart happy. If you watch today's Doraemon movies or episodes, you'll notice picture quality like 4K characters, our sharp backgrounds, our cinematic music is so beautiful that emotional scenes bring tears to your eyes. Doraemon is no longer just a cartoon, it has become a complete visual experience. Recently, several 3D Doraemon movies have also been released, and boy, their quality is top-notch. Lighting, shading, character polish, finish. Everything's so smooth that it gives off Pixar vibes. But the creators are the same people who make Shinchan's 3D movies. Number 1 comes in at Tom Jerry. Tom Jerry, 11 times changed, but the fight remains the same. The complete story of two heroes who have been fighting each other for 80 years. Did you know Tom Jerry has evolved a total of 11 times from 1940 to 2021, meaning Tom has changed. But his fate hasn't. And over these 80 years, it's not just the animation that's changed. Directors, studios, music, character design, everything has changed. Only Jerry's cleverness and Tom's ruin remained the same. The first Tom Jerry was created by Hanna-Barbera in 1940. And brother, it was in that era that the classic comic book look was created, where every frame looked clean and hand-drawn. And listen, in this same era, MGM made 114 Tom and Jerry shorts, which won 7 Academy Awards. Imagine, a fight between two animals even won Oscars. In 1961, MGM revived the franchise and appointed director Gene Ditch. And from here came the classic blue version of Tom, which both confused and captivated everyone. But the most shocking change, Tom's owner, Mammy Two Shoes, was removed and a new owner, Clint Cobbler, was introduced. Yes, that same fat, black old lady whose legs were visible, now gone. Then came legendary animator Chuck Jones, and boy, he did a makeover. Tom, blue, gray ears, sharp, tail long, face expressions dynamic. Jerry has big, cute ears and smoother motion. This era also saw the creation of the classic orchestral music, which remains the hallmark of Tom Jerry even today. In 1975, Hanna-Barbera returned and created The Tom Jerry Show. But this time, a twist. The US government had enacted rules to reduce violence on kids' TV. So what happened? Less fighting, more friendship moments, Jerry's first red bow tie. Tom Jerry even became friends in several episodes. Yes, this is the era where Tom and Jerry's cute friendship began. Violence restrictions loosened, and Filmation Studios brought back the classic chase and explosion-filled Tom Jerry's tie is missing. Tom is back, Savage Spike is back, dangerous old Tom is back. Baby versions of cartoon franchises were trending in the 90s. So Tom Jerry Kids was born. Tom got a red hat. Jerry got a bow tie again. Baby Spike's son. Tyke Droopy's son. Dripple. And some of these clips still go viral today. Now Warner Brothers entered, and this time the animation was clean, smooth, and modern. Sharp outlines, bright colors, fluid motion, classic humor intact. This was the era that introduced Tom Jerry to a new generation. By 2014, WB had further improved the animation. Neat and clean contemporary design. Tom and Jerry became sharper, expressive, and more colorful. This is the same style that broadcasting channels still replicate today. After a long time, a full 3D movie came out, Tom Jerry 2021. The movie was technically good, but fans said, why is this Pixar cat? The 3D was good, but the old chaotic 2D vibe was missing. Tom's real name was Jasper. Jerry's real name was Jinx. Tom's meow is actually a violin sound effect. Hanna-Barbera called Tom an Oscar-winning cat. For many years, Tom's only voice was screams. Tom Jerry never officially became friends. Friendly collaboration episodes were created solely due to government regulations. In 80 years, Tom changed, Jerry changed, studios changed, music changed, but one thing remained unchanged: Jerry's mischief and Tom's destruction.